Hi, I'm Deborah, and this is Kids to Cuisine, where there are recipes, reviews, tips, tricks, hints, and hacks to help people of all ages learn their way around the kitchen. Today, I'm making a vegan cornbread. This riff on my go-to cornbread recipe has more to do with having no eggs in the house, but planned over chili in the fridge. I'm going to be using ground flaxseed and water for the egg, and plant-based milk and lemon juice for the buttermilk I usually use. Watch to the end of the video to see how the cornbread turns out and for the recipe. My guinea pigs, testers, like the vegan cornbread as much as my original cornbread recipe. Let me know which version you like best in the comments below. I love cornbread that's not too sweet and has crispy edges. I often use mini loaf tins to get the optimal amount of edges. The cornbread batter is going into an 8 by 8 inch or 20 by 20 centimeter baking pan. I've also used an 8 inch or 20 centimeter cast iron skillet. And here's a hint. If you use a cast iron skillet, put it into the oven while the oven is preheating. Cast iron takes a while to heat evenly to temperature, but it makes an amazing crust. For this recipe, I used 1 cup or 250 milliliters each of cornmeal and flour, 1/4 cup or 150 milliliters of sugar, 1 teaspoon or 5 milliliters of baking powder, 1/4 cup or 150 milliliters of margarine, 3 tablespoons or 45 milliliters of water, and 1 tablespoon or 15 milliliters of ground flaxseed, 7 ounces or 200 milliliters of plant-based milk, and 1 tablespoon or 15 milliliters of lemon juice. It's the same process as how you would sour milk if you didn't have buttermilk for the original recipe. So I mixed the milk and the lemon juice together, and I mixed the flaxseed and water together. I let both of the mixtures sit until they thickened, which took about 10 minutes, and longer doesn't hurt. Oil an 8 by 8 inch or 20 by 20 centimeter baking dish or a cast iron pan, whichever you're using. Set the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius. If you're using a cast iron pan or skillet, now's the time to put it in the oven. The cornbread only takes 25 minutes to bake golden brown. If you want to make individual cornbreads, just reduce the time to approximately 18 to 20 minutes. Check for color and readiness by pressing a finger lightly on the top of the cornbread. It should bounce back. Personally, I don't think cornbread needs anything other than chili, stew, or soup to complete it. You can also top your chili or stew with cornbread. And here's a hack. If your chili or stew is a little thin, a cornbread topping will be a great addition. It will absorb some of the excess liquid while it sits after baking. It's best to have the chili or stew hot before you add the cornbread batter. With hot ingredients, the batter will begin baking immediately, and it will be a lighter, fluffier cornbread. You can follow me on Facebook or on Twitter. Thank you for watching, and have a wondrous day.